Hey guys, welcome back. It's episode 2, and if you missed episode 1 and want to know what all this is about, you can find it here. So no reintroductions, let's get straight into it. The overwhelmingly most popular thing for me to share in episode 2 was, Laura, what's in your toolbox? What do you recommend? What would you buy? I'm a beginner, what do I need? So I thought, do you know what? Let's do that before we start breaking those projects down. So today I'm going to introduce my tool collection. And before I show you, I do need to tidy up. So I've been using all my tester pots. Anybody else absolutely hoarding them, every colour you've ever tried. But I made some frames and some decorative little pieces of art and stuff for my stairs. Looking pretty good if I say so myself, but I do need to clear up. It's one of my worst habits. Trying to remember to put everything back in the right place. Get out, fly, please. I'm trying to film. So I've got my batteries on charge. Today I'm going to be using lots of my tools just to demonstrate and show you a few of my favourites. So this is my Ryobi combi drill. I've had it about 2 years now. I think this was a present actually. It's ideal for those projects such as putting shelves up, putting curtain poles up, drilling holes to hang pictures. So you can see here it's got the screw and it's got a hammer setting, and that allows you to drill into things such as timber but also masonry too. You can see behind me I've got quite a few Ryobi tools, and actually the fact that I can just use one battery is highly recommended. So number one thing to treat yourself to if you're starting from scratch is a combi drill. So second up, you've got an impact driver. I use this all the time. So from things such as big hefty jobs like securing my garden sleepers, through to those smaller, more day-to-day things like building flat pack furniture and screwing into wall plugs just to get a firm fix, whether it's your curtain pole, your shelf brackets, or whether you're just again hanging some artwork. I really do recommend getting yourself an impact driver. I will of course list these in the caption so you can see exact ones that I'm using. So as great as it is to have an impact driver, you're also going to want to get yourself some screwdrivers. I had this set as a Secret Santa, but I know that it's just off Amazon and it would have been less than a tenner because that was our budget. In there I got 10 screwdrivers, all different lengths, different heads, flat and Phillips, and it just does the job. Perfect for when you need to do that final tightening on any job. I also keep them in this, which I got from Poundland. I think it should be for makeup, but it's like my little screwdriver lazy Susan. Does the job. Okay, so let's talk about cutting. Okay, so when it comes to your saws, I have got a small collection growing, but more and more I'm using my power tools. So I will show you these. So obviously, like a tenon saw just for those straight cuts. And I got mitre shears that I've used just for a small panelling project. You can just adjust the angle here. I've got the safety clip on at the moment, and then it just slices the mould into size. Only works on quite thin moulding. I've also got these little basic ones, like a little junior hacksaw and a coping saw, just for those very small fine cuts. Sometimes you need to cut by hand, but if you can, these are the power tools I recommend. Here's my circular saw, and as you can see, it's just a freeheld piece of equipment with a flat plate, and I use it just to pull through my cut line. And when you get used to it, yes, it is scary, yes, it's got a massive circular blade, but it's going to do the job so much quicker for you. So I'd use this if I was cutting large sheet timber down to size. I recently used it to cut some fluted MDF moulding, which I then added to the bookcases which are behind you. I'll just show you those now. I also used it when I was doing my IKEA built-in bookcases, and also that viral pull-out IKEA cabinet from under my stairs as well. This is such a great bit of kit. You can cut on an angle, you can cut to 45 degrees. I really do recommend getting yourself a circular saw. Okay, so this is my newest bit of kit, and this is a sliding mitre saw, and I love it, but I would say it's not an essential starter piece of kit. It's quite big and cumbersome, and it's not one of those that I'd just be lifting up and carrying around. It sits here at the back of my workbench. I slide it forward, do the job, and pop it back. So probably not one to have if you're short of space. Now, it goes without saying, at the moment I'm not wearing goggles because I'm not doing any cuts, I'm just showing you, but you're going to also want to get yourself some safety glasses. If I was using equipment like this, I'd also make sure my hair's not dangling down, and just think about being safe with what you're doing. Okay, so I've just got an offcut here. Oh, I thought that was a spider. It's a bit of wood. Gosh, I'm nervous wrecking here sometimes. Right, let me move it forward so you can see. So again, the battery just sits here. So it's the same battery that goes into all those previous tools. I'm just going to make a 45-degree cut just to show you what it does. So I'm going to slide it all the way around to 45. So it's great for creating those perfect mitered corners. So it could be paneling, it could be framing, it could be working your way up the stairs. Okay, next piece of kit I'm going to show you today is a jigsaw, and this is great for cutting those freehand curves and kind of waves, which are very trendy at the moment, aren't they? I used it to cut the waves on my cabinets, which are getting quite a lot of airtime today. So I borrowed this from my dad, and I promise I might give it back one day, but actually I'm ready to give it back because I've got so used to cordless tools that this one slows me down. This was about £25 from B&Q. They still sell it now. The design might have updated a little bit. The only issue is you then maybe need an extension lead, and you've got to keep this behind you as you're cutting. Okay, so on to sanders. This is the second one I've ever owned. My first one was the Black & Decker mouse, which is about £20 and is a great starter tool. That is also a brilliant price point if you're looking just to get that first bit of kit. I love that little mouse sander. Don't know where it's gone, need to find it. But now I'm upgraded to this one. Yes, it's cordless, same battery system as before, and actually it's fantastic. All I do is just change the grit by peeling them off. So I've got 120. If I need to have something that's finer, I'll get a high grit sandpaper. It just velcros on. Job's a good one. Get yourself a sander. Okay, so now on to one of my favourites. This is the multi-tool, and actually multi does not do it justice. I have used this for so many different jobs. So it comes with 3 different heads, this one. You get this circular cutting bit. There was a straight bit, which actually I've used so much, I snapped it the other week. And also a mini sanding head as well. You can change them by just flicking them. Be strong, Laura. Okay, and they just pop on and off. This one also rotates as well, so you can get all your different angles for cutting, and it is good for those awkward little jobs. Right, should we have a little brew for a minute? Hang on. Right, come on, we haven't got time for this. Right, let's continue with the tool chat. I'm enjoying this today. Okay, and now it's on to the fixing. So you might have heard of nail guns and staple guns. I've got a few actually. I have to say this one is the beast. This is the one that I would really recommend, just getting one good one rather than 3 different ones that are maybe not as powerful and are not going to do the job. So this bad boy is a cordless 2-in-1 nail and staple gun, and it is from the company Tackwise. It is 18 volts, the Ranger EL Pro, but like I said, I'll link all of these in the caption. This has seen me through a lot of my projects, including all of my paneling. When I added some slats to the back of my pergola, they're no longer there, but that's not because of the nail gun. That's because I changed my mind again. I also have a smaller Tackwise staple gun, which again is great for those smaller upholstery projects. So I've done a couple of things where I've done these like no-sew bench techniques, and this is what I've used. It's great. It charges up. You just have a little portable battery. Bam, bam, bam. Easy breezy. About $39.99, I believe, last time I checked. Again, I'll stick the link for you. And this was one of my earliest tools. Again, it is a nail and staple gun. This was cheap, about $24.99 from Screwfix, and it is the Screwfix own brand Titan. You've got the cable though, and I'll be honest, I've used this once or twice, but I find it too tricky. When you're trying to put nails up high and you've got an extension lead and this little piddly cable, it makes it so hard. So if I was you and you're starting from scratch, look for cordless. Okay, and now the heat gun. Again, we are corded. I have used this once and only once, and it was quite cheap off Amazon. It's the Von House heat gun. It was perfect for stripping the paint off my stairs though. You just hold it for a short amount of time. I've got a little video of me doing it here, and then you just scrape away the paint. Blimey, we've gone through a lot of stuff there today, and those power tools are not cheap. So it might be that you just want a few little basic tools to get yourself started. So I thought I'd show you those as well, because why should we neglect the basics? Okay, so filling knives, you can get a pack of 3. It was £2.39 last time I checked. I love a clamp. These are my little friends, especially because I do so much of this by myself. I wish I had a second pair of hands, but he is at work. So when I'm doing my jobs and I just need something supported, I bought myself a set of these clamps, big and small, and they just help secure things. Okay, a few other basics, a caulking gun. Okay, I use it for caulk, no more nails, filler, just great. Get a good one though, because they break quite easily. But things like my spirit level, they are from Poundland. My metal ruler was from Poundland. Get yourself down some of these cheap shops. If it's just for starting you off, what's the point in spending 20 quid on one spirit level when you can spend like £2.99 in the bargain shop? It's still going to tell you if it's level. It does the job. So I think pick where you spend your money. You do not need a fancy branded spirit level or ruler. Oh, and my laser level. This laser level, I'll show you a little video of me using it because it's currently in the house because I'm putting a gallery wall up. This was so cheap off Amazon. Yes, you can get more expensive ones that are on a tripod and you can move them up or down. But this one, it just self-levels. You just need to rest it on something. And I've used it for painting my stripes, positioning a gallery wall. I just love it. And I think it was about 12 quid. It's definitely worth getting one of them in your toolbox. Right, guys, I'm going to have to pack up now because I've almost got to run on the school run and my kids will not be happy if I turn up in these dungarees. I hope you found that useful today. And remember, you've got to start small. Maybe just go and treat yourself to a set of screwdrivers. Get your confidence up before you go and buy an impact driver. And remember to ask around. I bet your neighbour or your best mate's got a wallpaper steamer just sat in their garage waiting for you to borrow. But if this is the start of your DIY journey, then start small and just build it up. And just enjoy playing with your new toys. Come back for episode 3 where we're going to start with our first project and it is going to be design events. I love this. I built it in 2022 and it is going strong. It's one of my most asked viral projects. So hopefully you'll join me for that. We'll break it down, materials, time, everything you need to do it and replicate it or just adapt it so it suits your home. All right, thanks guys. See you later.